This time, a lot of deliberation took importance before our trip planning. Shall we go? Isn't it becoming too close a call? Especially when there is a RT-PCR uncertainty lurking around. Well, of course there is, but is Sikkim cordoning visitors from other states to enter? If that is not so, then what's stopping us from this trip? My logical reasoning gave no other way for my partner to give up a battle and bring our chariot back on road. The day when most of India is busy celebrating the festive of colors within their boundary walls, we freed ourselves beyond boundaries. This time, instead of taking our usual State Highway 7, we took National Highway 12 through Krishnanagar, Plasi, Berhampur, Morgram and continue furthermore north. Now, as far as our destination is concerned, this time we are headed to a restricted Lepcha village in Tingvong, an area not too far away from Mangal.
Most of our acquaintances who have earlier visited North Sikkim have already warned us about their bitter road experiences. Hence, studying the route and preparing own self in advance was of primary importance. But in reality, what will be the extent of rough roading that we are about to encounter? No one knows. Especially when we have set our destiny to such a remote village located deep into the lap of mountains. And who ain't aware that mountains do have a notorious character of unpredictability that can throw surprises at any bend. Though having a reliable 4x4 can be considered as an edge to overcome early obstacles. However, the drive wasn't an effort while crossing Singtam till Patuk while moving towards Dikchu, where we have decided to make a stopover. Refueling is one aspect that one must keep in mind as this route is not frequented by gas stations. Though Mangan is the last point of refueling, keeping in mind any probable shortage would result disaster, we topped our main and auxiliary storage units heretofore. Till Dikchu, the road is almost bearable, but scattered drizzle gifted us slippery track at places, thus spoiling our velvety joyride. Nevertheless, all is going good other than one concern. Our friend is lagging quite behind due to fuel pump failure of his ride. We had to collect the entry permit from Mangan within 4:30 and reach Tingvong. Since the last cut-off time of crossing the forest checkpost is 5:30, we decided to move on while our friend will settle his issues and try to bridge the gap as much as possible. Dikchu gave us the opportunity to savor a stunning perspective of River Tista. Hot cup of tea over tidbits provided us the warmth and energy to keep our wheels rolling. Our host Karmaji is anxiously communicating, constantly tracking our headway. Though we are assuring him that we are quite habituated driving mountainous terrains, but he really seems to be disturbed of the fact that we are running late.
It's 5:30 and we finally reached Mangan, yet to collect the permit from Pentok, roughly 2.5 km uphill. On top of that, our friend is still 100 km away. Furthermore, Karmaji's earnest appeal is not to proceed further. We have to cut break our journey. Need of the hour is a decent warm shelter. It's freezing out here. Constant drizzling resulted the morning to be misty. Keeping our fingers crossed, the wheels started rolling towards our destination. Last evening, it was an appropriate decision to drop our journey at Pentok because when our friend actually reached hotel, it was past 10 o'clock. Though, as the permit was issued for both our vehicles together, it wouldn't have been possible for one vehicle to proceed. All's well that ends well. Our morning drive seems to be downhill, and in no time we reached the Sankalang checkpost. The blazing wind sweeping across the course of River Tista is making it truly difficult to cherish this mesmerizing panorama. Better to proceed. By the way, till now it's been quite a decent drive along this road. We wonder why on earth Karmaji told us that the road leading to his home is more challenging than what we have experienced so far. Let's see what's in store for us. A queue? I so hate this. Losing more than an hour is a lot of time. Good news is, we are in no hurry. Well, Blacktop Tarmac started giving up to slippery mire. Is this what Karmaji was concerned about? Concerning it would have been if we weren't driving a 4x4. Our all-terrain tires are taking this with ease. Nothing to worry about.
Even if I consider the miry roadway, I must say that I am absolutely in love with this journey. Driving alongside the meandering Tista River against its flow with sheer wilderness all around is giving me reverence. This surrounding landscape will evermore be imprinted on my memory. Whenever I think of people residing in such remote locations, it not only gives me wonders but also makes me a bit envious. Hardship must be their companion for life, but I feel it balances out with the supplement of stunning nature as their neighbor. A disorderly halted traffic queue seized my train of thoughts. That too when we stopped at such a steep inclination. The 4x2s are having a tough time finding grip on this slopey inclination. It seems all eyes are hooked upon us. How will the urban dwellers handle this messy stretch? We outdid expectations of all those curious eyes who were anxious to examine our dexterity of maneuvering this tricky inclination at one go and succeed. I am sure Karmaji was concerned about this stretch of terrain that he didn't disclose. Maybe he didn't want us to panic. The road seems to be taking us closer to the riverbed. Are we to drive through it or what? Wow! Mind-blowing! Till today we have steered through varied landscape, but this drive will remain forever on top of our memories. Maybe this could be one more reason Karmaji was apprehensive about. Keeping my fingers crossed, I hope we have finally overcome all melodramatic obstacles. Without further ado, let's reach Tingvong. After crossing the river, sheer wilderness engulfed us. The serpentine road seems to be lying here for ages, witnessing constant change of its surrounding. The Almighty smiled at my last wish of reaching destination in an insignificant way. So, here stands the predicament welcoming us with a wide open smile. Now, the situation is much more worse than before. Here the mud is liquefied and needle, giving nightmare to even local drivers. Seeing the tourist vehicle to use every bit of its torque to overcome the terrain. Finding that another local has even stopped trying. Realizing that our vehicle is at max articulation. I am really scared right now. Watching the vehicle sliding while giving one last try is enough to give me palpitations. One false move and we won't be there anymore to document our travel diaries.
All the accumulated driving experiences of my life put together is the only assurance that will come to use today. Steer into the scape, remembering the basic thumb rule of driving on miry track we started with. Though we are crawling in cold low first gear, yet I can feel the rear to fishtail, losing traction at every now and then. As apprehended, right amount of steer became the essence of the moment. This is why I love 4x4s.
The last leg of our journey, and my god, what a stretch it was. On top of that, no cell phone coverage to communicate with our host. Like an angel of God, a young lad came up with the courtesy to show us the doorstep of our host. Wow, such a quaint hamlet. Really wish for the clouds to retract. By the way, take a very good look at this laid-back stream. Surprises awaits in the next episode. Till then, let us cherish a comfortable evening.